Let's bring in someone who knows a thing or two about border enforcement, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who is a Republican. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. So talk to us about the impact of the National Guard on the southern border. How will this help Border Patrol, and how will it stop illegal crossings into your state?
Well, first of all, Texas has taken the lead, joining the president in securing the border. In Texas, in our budget as Lieutenant Governor, we have put $800 million into each of our budgets to do the job that Obama didn't do. And thank God for Donald Trump. He campaigned on this. He knew what he was talking about. America reacted. America is supporting him today. I heard earlier your one guest said something about his approval rating. I think they're up over 50%, and with Republicans, 85 to 90%. People get that this president stands for Americans and not criminals coming to this country illegally. So in terms of the National Guard, we welcome it. And I hope he leaves them here until hell freezes over or until the wall is built, because it makes a difference. When Rick Perry called out the National Guard 4 years ago as he was leaving office, it made a difference. When you have men and women in uniform standing on the border, it sends a message to people that we are serious about protecting our country. We're all in Texas with President Trump on this issue.
Lieutenant Governor, can you expand on that and how crime from illegal immigration has affected the state of Texas, both in terms of a human cost and an economic cost on your state?
Well, let's just look at the facts. I hear Democrats and liberals on Fox all the time and other networks decrying that there are no crimes committed by illegal immigrants. Number one, in Texas only, in the last 7 years, we've put in our jails over 245,000 criminal aliens. These are the facts. We've charged them with over 650,000 crimes, either current or on their rap sheet. We have convictions for 566 murders, 274 kidnappings. And when President Trump talks about rape, in Texas, in the last 7 years, 3,244 sexual assaults. Join that with 40,000 other assaults, 40,000 drug crimes, thousands of gun crimes, and thousands of gang members like MS-13 in this country committing crimes. When I hear the mayor of Berkeley say sanctuary cities make us safer, it is nonsense, absolute nonsense. And in Texas, we passed Senate Bill 4 last February, early in our session, and it's been upheld by the courts. We now give the power to police if they want to ask where you're coming from and ask to see your documents. You can do it in Texas. Secondly, if Jerry Brown tried to pull a stunt like he's doing in California, which I think is total anarchy, he's not upholding his oath. Look, the oath that Jerry Brown took is the same thing that I took or Governor Abbott took, except the state changes the name. Right. But we swear an oath to our Constitution and to uphold the laws of the country and our state, and Jerry Brown is not doing it. But in Texas, if any of our Democrats defy working with ICE, we, number one, can fine their cities. We can arrest those elected officials. We can even run them out of office. We're not putting up with this nonsense in Texas, and America's with the president. America's with Texas. That's why everyone wants to move to Texas.
Yeah, don't mess with Texas, that's for sure. Just one final thought. What kind of impact is the National Guard going to have in terms of really bolstering the efforts of Border Patrol to get back on the front lines and do what they need to do to stem the increased flow of illegal immigration that we've seen over the past couple of months?
Well, there's a lot in symbolism, first of all, and what you say. President Trump helped border crossings go down by just taking a tough stand, waiting for Congress to step up with the funds for the wall and more border agents. Now he's going from rhetoric to action because Congress won't act. And it's time for Congress to give him the money for the wall. We need the wall. Not in every mile. There's some natural barriers, and some you can do electronic, but in many areas, particularly around our big cities where most people cross the border and get into these big cities and disappear into the population, we need walls around these major crossings. We have 19 alone in Texas with Mexico. So having the National Guard sends a strong message. Look, if you're from Central America, and that's where a lot of the gang members are coming with MS-13 and other gangs, and you get to the border and you see men in military uniforms and women standing on the border, it sends a very strong message.
Absolutely.
And
of deterrence.
And it will cut down, it will be a deterrent, it will send them back to where they went, and secondly, it will keep us safer. You also mentioned the economic impact. We now have 18%
we're running out of time, Lieutenant Governor. I really appreciate it.
It's a huge economic impact as well as crime.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Really appreciate your time tonight.
The president is on target.
All right. Thank you.